Among those colleagues, Treasurer Josh Frydenberg, who joins us now. Treasurer, good morning to you. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, Karl.
Simple question to start. Do you believe Christian Porter is innocent?
Well, I'm not in a position to speculate on events that were 33 years ago, and the Prime Minister was asked the same question, and the answer remains the same, which is that it's the police who are the ones who will ascertain the veracity of the facts in this matter. And it's the New South Wales Police who have put out a statement to say that the case is closed. That's from the New South Wales Police, the only authorised body to deal with such serious criminal allegations as this.
Were you present with Mr Porter when he was telling the Prime Minister or explaining to the Prime Minister what had happened?
No, I wasn't.
OK. The Prime Minister said in 2019, as you'd be very aware, about victims of sexual assault, it's important that their stories are believed and that they know that if they come forward, their stories will be believed. Do you believe Mr Porter's accuser?
Well, again, the same answer applies. I'm not in a position to ascertain the veracity of events 33 years ago, but I do have confidence in the police as the body that is charged and authorised to deal with such matters. But, Karl, Australians, whether it's Christian Porter or yourself, myself or any other Australian citizen, are entitled to the presumption of innocence. Christian Porter gave a lengthy statement yesterday, fronted the media and made an emphatic denial of those allegations against him. He's entitled to the presumption of innocence. We adhere to the rule of law. The police have looked at these matters and have said the case is closed.
And as the Prime Minister said, any victim of sexual assault should be believed.
Well, every victim of sexual assault should have their opportunity to put their case. And we heard yesterday a very powerful speech in the National Press Club about victims of sexual assault coming forward. These have been very distressing days in the Parliament. And I saw yesterday aspects of Christian Porter's press conference, and you could see the anguish on his face. You could see the effect that it was having on him, and of course he has taken some time off duty in order to look after his own mental health.
We clearly didn't get to see the anguish of the woman who was accusing him of sexual assault.
Well, as you know, there are very tragic events, and that lady tragically took her own life, and that is very distressing. There
are still so many questions, as you would know. Are you afraid of an independent inquiry? Surely it's the chance to clear the air.
Well, again, the body that is charged is the police, and we adhere to the rule of law and the presumption of innocence. And the police have spoken, Karl. That is the very clear point here. The police are the body, and the police have spoken.
The point is there is no clear air for the government too. I mean, the Attorney-General is Australia's top legal officer. His position, even if it's in the short term, has got to be untenable now, surely.
Well, that's not a view that I share. In terms of the government's focus, it's about the rollout of the vaccine and the economic recovery. Yes, it got overshadowed yesterday, but we had some very significant economic data which showed that the Australian economy had grown by 3.1%, and for the first time since records began back in 1959, Australia has enjoyed 2 consecutive quarters of economic growth above 3%. That's a very positive outcome for our economy. We have outperformed all other advanced economies, and what was particularly pleasing, Karl, in yesterday's numbers, is that it was the private sector, it was households and businesses that are driving that recovery, with household consumption up, business investment up, dwelling investment being up, all of which point to the economic recovery being well underway.
Josh, they cut out of your announcement.
They did.
And this is going to be the issue for the government. You will not have clear air. Well,
again, I can only keep doing my job, which matters to the Australian people, which is to steer the economy through the biggest economic shock since the Great Depression. Your viewers watching your show this morning, no doubt, are thinking about their job security, their family members, are putting food on the table, getting their kids to school, meeting their mortgage payments. They are the matters that are important to Australians. And right now, our economy is performing better than all other advanced economies across the world. That is something that 25 million Australians have contributed to, and that is something that 25 million Australians can be proud of.
You're not diminishing, obviously, the importance of someone labelling sexual assault allegations against an Attorney General.
Absolutely
Okay.
not. I mean, they've been very distressing events, and Christian yesterday fronted the media, gave an extensive statement, made an emphatic denial of those allegations against him. The police have investigated into it. These are very serious matters. But at the same time, I've got to get on with my job as the Treasurer of Australia, the Prime Minister, as the leader of our country, to make sure that we recover from this pandemic as fast as we can and in the best way possible.
The Defence Minister, Linda Reynolds, has been accused of calling alleged rape victim and former staffer Brittany Higgins a lying cow. She hasn't exactly denied the allegation this morning. That's all helpful for you?
Well, Karl, she's put out a statement in which she said that she hasn't ever challenged Brittany Higgins' version of events. Now, I'm sure others will put questions to her when she's back from leave, but she has made it very clear in that statement that she has never challenged Brittany Higgins' version of events.
What do you think about that statement from her?
Well, from the statement that she put out?
No, from her saying lying cow.
Well, you're saying that. The media is saying that.
Oh, it never happened?
Well, Linda, I can only go... I haven't spoken to Linda. I can only go off the basis of her statement yesterday, and she made it very clear about the fact that she hasn't challenged Brittany Higgins' version of events.
Plenty on at the moment. Just quickly, the Australian economy grew by 3.1% in the December quarter. I mean, that was good news yesterday before you were taken over.
It was very good news, and it was significantly better than market expectations. The market was expecting 2.5%, and we saw 3.1%. And it's been the private sector that is driving this recovery. It's people going out and buying or building new houses. It's people businesses that are buying new equipment and machinery, which was up significantly. It's a really good winter crop that we've seen, the second best on record, with farm GDP up by more than 33%. And it's households, it's families like yours, Karl, that are out there spending because they've got growing confidence in the economy. And as the vaccine rolls out, I think we'll even see more confidence across the economy. Yes, there's going to be some tough days ahead with JobKeeper coming to an end. Yes, there are sectors and regions across the economy that are doing it tough. But again, Australia is outperforming on both the health and the economic front nearly every other country in the world.
New stuff arrives every day at my front door, Josh. We're doing our bit for the country.
Yeah, that's right.
Good to talk to you, Treasurer.
It's good to have a laugh on what is a pretty sombre and solemn day.
Sure is.
It is.